Hello Internet, in this video I will show you part 1 of 3 how I made this fire table. Part 1 is the concept and then the base made out of repurposed pallet wood. Keep watching. Welcome to Scott's Garage. Welcome literally to my garage. Whether it's working on a car, a daily driver or a project car, or a project around the yard or a home improvement project, all of my do-it-yourself projects begin here in my garage. Scott's Garage is a place for do-it-yourselfers. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I've had a desire for a while to make a fire table using repurposed pallet wood and a lightweight concrete top. I'm going to build it around a typical propane tank, which is what this is. So this propane tank is 11 inches in diameter and it's 18 inches from the very bottom to the very top. So I'm going to build a cabinet, design a cabinet around the tank so you can, exchange the tank if need be, and everything's going to be centered around it. Now, you can buy propane tanks that are lower profile. They're like tip on their side, and you cannot use this type and just tip it. You need the neck and stuff to be specially designed. They're somewhat pricey. They're like $130. I don't want to do that, maybe down the road. But for this project, a typical propane tank, so these cost about $30 or so. And that's what I'm going to design it around. So let's go about it. Okay, I'll be using repurposed pallet wood for this project. Now, some of this pallet wood that I got from Home Depot had these edges already routed out of them, and I want to incorporate some of these pieces, especially in the base of this project. The pallet wood, though, it came with some good 2x4s there, and even some pre-treated lumber were all a part of this. And for prepping this pallet wood, I put a chamfer edge, routed a chamfer edge on all of it. And you can see the card above for exactly how I did this. But it's great to use repurposed wood. So here's what I came up with. For lack of a better term, this is a tongue and groove construction. And you can see here, this fits in there nicely. I was able to easily do this with my table saw. And I have a countersink drill bit, and I'll be using these 3-inch decking screws I'm going to glue it and both use the decking screws countersunk to make this a firm base. I think it'll work well. Okay, I want to show you this before I forget. So the base basically supports the tank. The tank, it tapers down, and there's like a round part of the bottom of the tank, and that's still off the ground. So I don't want that ring hitting the ground. Sometimes the tanks can rust, as you can see this one. I don't want rust on my patio, so I've kept it off the ground, and the distance between the slats here is 8 inches. So it just fits there, the weight of the tank. And that's the design. Now I'll create the sides, and they'll actually be on the outside of the base, going up on each side, and then the sides as well as we go. Okay, what you're looking at here is the back side, the longest side of the cabinet. We're looking at the inside of it. The chamfered edges are facing the concrete floor below. And what I've done is the gap on the side here is the exact thickness of these boards, because that's where the sideboard will fit. And the bottom gap here, you can see it's a little bit wider. It's the exact same height as the base. So the base is going to fit there. And likewise, the side pieces will fit on the sides. So I'm going to glue and then use some wood screws and screw them in place. Okay, the back wall fits nicely. I'll get the sides built. I might take off a little bit from the top here. Once I get the door on, I want to make sure I can pull it out and stuff. There's room to do that, but I might be able to take off an inch or two from the top. We'll see. All right, sorry folks. I thought my camera was on record and it wasn't. So a couple things here. At first I was just going to make a side panel here and not worry about joining it to this side, but then as I was working on it, decided, no, I need to join the two together. So here's the door. They'll open this way. Where it will open. And so I created a longer piece up here and just took my jigsaw and cut that out. I also created two side panels, very similar to this side. So again, it'll just fit together. So the end's this way, and then the end cap's this way. And I'll put some longer screws in there, or maybe even my nailer, my air nailer, when I'm all finished here. But it's shaping up nicely, and it's time now to simply put it together or figure out the door. Okay, here's some more detail on the door. Simply used wood to reinforce it, glued it and screwed it as before. Used a square to make sure everything was square. It is, it fits beautifully. I also purchased some hinges. See the link in the description below. I wanted it to be kind of a barnyard look, kind of an older look, and these hinges will work quite well, I think. Okay, here I took the hinges off and I'm sanding it using 60 grit paper and just knocking it down. Again, it's meant to have a, a barnyard look, and this definitely worked well. Okay, next I'm going to brush on some satin polyurethane Minwax. See the link in the description below. Okay, I decided here to put some wheels on it. So these are just very low profile wheels that I got at Home Depot. They're a couple bucks a piece. But I'll have 6 wheels total. So I also used just some wood and used my table saw, and you can see how I cut it down. And I already have 2 in place, one there and one there. But this will be for the center. And simply designed to go around the bottom there, and it just slightly lifts it off the ground. I just want to be able to roll it around the patio easily. Hey, you've made it to the end of part 1. If you got any value from part 1, please hit like. Also, you're going to need to see part 2. Part 2, I will show you how I made the tabletop out of Buddy Rhodes lightweight concrete. I've worked with concrete before, but not the Buddy Rhodes lightweight. It was easier than I thought. Part 2 is all about that. And part 3 is the final assembly, the burner area, and putting it all together. Hey, if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're not subscribed to Scott's Garage, subscribe to Scott's Garage. Have a great day.